Good morning, students. Today I will discuss about the part of cells. In beginning class, you have read about the definition of cell, discovery of cell, or history related with discovery of cell. You have also idea about the number of cell, size of cell, shape of cell. Now I will discuss about the parts of a cell. You know that if you see a particular cell or a typical cell inside microscope, then you will get this types of structure. The outer part, it is called cell membrane, and there is a empty part of cell. It is the nucleus and cytoplasm. It is a fluid which is present in all type of cell. So there are three parts of cell. First is cell membrane, second is cytoplasm, and third is nucleus. So I will discuss the all parts of cell one by one. In this structure, you see that the outer part, that is called cell membrane, and the rounded part here, that is nucleus, and there is a jelly-like substance which is filled in all types of cell, that is called cytoplasm. Now I will discuss about the first part of cell, that is cell membrane. If you see the cell membrane, so you know that it is the outer part of a cell, that is cell membrane. अब every cell is bound by a thin delicate membrane called cell membrane. मतलब कोई भी सेल जिस मेम्ब्रेन से सराउंड होती है, that is called cell membrane. It is also called plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. If you see the function of the cell membrane, so it is selective permeable membrane. Selective permeable means it allow only entry and exit of some special materials, not for all types of material. So it is the special function of cell membrane that it is only allowed to selective substance to move inside the cell and outside the cell. मतलब entry and exit of the selective substances inside the cell. Second function, it protect the cell from the injury. मतलब it provide protection also to the all cell. Third, the plant cell and bacterial cell have an outer covering, the cell membrane called cell wall. In plants and bacterial cell, if you see the plant cell or bacterial cell or bacteria cell, then there is a special characteristics in the plant cell, that in plant cell the cell membrane is surrounded by a rigid covering which is called cell wall, and it is the special characteristics of plant cell. and on the basis of this character or cell wall, we can easily differentiate between the plant cell and animal cell. In plant cell, there is presence of cell wall, which is a special character of the plant cell. But if you see the animal cell, there is no any types of cell wall is found in animal cell. So we can say cell wall is completely absent in the animal cell, but cell wall is present in plant cell. The second part of cell, that is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the second part of the cell and it is the most important part of the cell. If you see the definition of the cytoplasm, it is a thick jelly-like fluid inside the cell bounded by cell membrane. Means we can say it is the liquid components of the cell, and inside the cytoplasm all cell organelles are embedded or floating. So there are different types of cell organelles which are found inside a cell, which are completely embedded in cytoplasm. So we can say cytoplasm is a thick jelly-like fluid inside the cell bounded by cell membrane, and it contains different types of cell organelles. Cytoplasm contains different types of cell organelles. The first cell organelle, that is mitochondria. It is found in plant cell and animal cell both, and it is called powerhouse of cell. Mitochondria is also called powerhouse of cell. Second cell organelle, that is Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus. Third is ribosome. Fourth is endoplasmic reticulum. Fifth is lysosome, which is also called suicidal bag of cell because it contains hydrolytic enzyme. Plastids, which is only found in plant cell, and centrosome. Centrosome is only found in animal cells. So cytoplasm contains different cell organelles such as mitochondria, Golgi body, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, plastids, which is only found in the plant cell, and centrosome, which is only found in the animal cell. So cytoplasm, it is the liquid part of a cell which contains different types of cell organelles, which are I have discussed here, such as mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, plastids, and centrosome. In your syllabus, you have to read about the plastids. So plastids are green color pigment. There are different types of plastids such as leucoplast, chloroplast, and chromoplast. So now I will discuss about the plastids and their types. Now I will discuss about the plastids. Plastids are only found in the plant cell. It means we can say that it is the special characteristics of plant cell, that is the plastids. If you see the plastids, so these are the pigment which play an important role in plants. There are three types of plastids. First is leucoplast, which is colorless. Leucoplast, it is a plastid which is colorless, means there is no color of this plastid. Second is chromoplast. Chromoplast means colored plastids, but एक्सेप्शन होगा कि ग्रीन कलर में नहीं होंगे। मतलब ग्रीन कलर को छोड़ करके जितने भी कलर होंगे वो क्या होंगे, क्रोमोप्लास्ट में होंगे। जैसे यू हैव सीन अबाउट द राइपेनिंग ऑफ फ्रूट्स, राइपेनिंग ऑफ वेजिटेबल्स। सो in ripening of fruits and vegetable, the chloroplast means green color pigment is changed into the chromoplast, such as in case of tomato. In beginning, when the tomato is unripe, then the color of tomato is green color, and after ripening the color of tomato is become red or orange. So chloroplast is changed into the chromoplast. And third type of pigment is or plastid is chloroplast, which is only found in green color, or it is a green colored plastid, and it is green color due to the presence of chlorophyll. And you know that chlorophyll play a major role in photosynthesis of plant, and you know about the process of photosynthesis, which is always takes place in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. So these are the three types of plastic. First is leucoplast, which is colorless. Second is chromoplast, which is a colored plastic except green color, green नहीं होगा except green color. And third is chloroplast, that is green colored plastic, and it is green due to the presence of chlorophyll. And you know that the color of leaf is green is due to the chlorophyll. So these are the two part. First part you have read, that is the cell membrane. Second part cytoplasm. And now I will discuss about the third part, that is called nucleus. The third part of the cell, that is the nucleus. If you see the structure of nucleus in activity, you have seen nucleus is a spherical shape or round shape structure, and it is found in the all cell, plant cell, animal cells, in both cases. If you see the structure of the nucleus, you will get that it is a spherical shape structure and most important part of a cell, because it is also called director of the cell or master of the cell, because all the physiological process of the cell is conducted by the nucleus. So if you see the structure, then here that is called nuclear membrane, means the membrane which surround the nucleus, it is called nuclear membrane. And in this structure you see this is the outer nuclear membrane, and second one is the inner nuclear membrane, means it is surrounded by a double layer membrane, outer nuclear membrane and inner nuclear membrane. The second part, that is the nucleolus, it is the small part of the nucleus, and here you see there is space here, it is called nuclear pore, and through nuclear pore there is exchange of material time to time according to need of the cell. And here you see the thread like structure, that is called chromosome, or we can say DNA at this level. It contains, chromosome contains DNA and DNA contain gene. So gene is the responsible for transmission of character from parents to their offspring. You have read about the reproduction process in class 7 in case of plant. So the information which we obtain from the parents, so this is due to the gene which is found in nucleus, which is found in chromosome, and chromosome contain DNA and DNA contain gene. So gene is responsible for the transmission of character from parent to their offspring. You know, there is skin color is completely tie up with your parents, height, sometimes so many characters are completely obtained from the parents. So transmission of character from the parents to their children or their offspring is due to the chromosome, and chromosome contain DNA and DNA contain gene. So gene are the unit or structure which is responsible for the transmission of character from parents to their offspring or their children. There is different character such as height, color of eye, hairs. These are the few characters which you can see in any parents and their children, which is completely made from their parents. Now I will discuss about the comparison between the plant cell and animal cell. You have read about the different part of the cell such as cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. In cytoplasm you have seen different types of cell organelles. So now I will discuss about the comparison between the plant cell and animal cell. First, if you see the size of the plant cell, so plant cells are large in size, but the animal cells are small in size in comparison to plant cell. The second parameter, that is the cell wall. Cell wall is present in plant cell, and it is the special characteristics of plant cell, presence of cell wall. But in case of animal cell, cell wall is completely absent or totally absent. Third parameter, that is the plastids are present. I have discussed about the plastid. Plastids are only found in the plant cell. So we can say plastids are present in plant cell, but in case of animal cell, plastids or any colored pigment is totally absent. वैक्यूल की बात की जाए तो वैक्यूल्स आर लार्ज एंड वैक्यूल इज आल्सो ए सेल ऑर्गेनेल विच इज फाउंड इन प्लांट सेल एंड एनिमल सेल बोथ, बट देयर इज डिफरेंस दैट इन प्लांट सेल द वैक्यूल इज लार्ज इन साइज and in animal cell the vacuole is very small in size. And the last parameter, that is the centrosome. Centrosome is totally absent or absent in plant cell, and in animal cell centrosome is present. So in this comparison you have seen these are the parameters on the basis of which we can easily differentiate between the plant cell and animal cell. So here your chapter is finished and exercise is left. So exercise is also complete in next video. Thank you.